Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you a deep and painful story from eastern Equatorial State, where fighting near Torit town has once again pushed innocent families into fear, anger and displacement. This report is not just about gunshot, it is about mothers running with their children, young people losing hope, and community caught between two army forces that both claim to be fighting for the people, while the people themselves continue to suffer. Before we start with this sad story, please help the channel by subscribing. Turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Well, let's start with how the fighting started. Fighting started on Saturday in Ifotu Payam, southwest of Torit. It was a clash between government soldiers from the South Sudan People Defense Force, SSPDF, and joint fighters from National Salvation Front, or NAS, and SPLA-IO. A resident said the shooting came suddenly. Every gunfire shook the area. Children started crying. Families dropped everything and ran. Well, many people did not even know who was fighting who. All they knew was danger. Some families managed to reach Torit town looking for a safe place. Others ran straight to the Catholic Church where they believed nobody would harm them. At the Holy Rosary Catholic Church, whole families slept on the cold floor because they had nowhere else to go. Governor Lobong message to the public. On Sunday, Governor Louis Lobong Lojor spoke to worshippers at St. Peter and Paul Cathedral. His message was simple and calm. He told people that you are safe, stay in your home, continue your normal life. But at the same time, he warned civilians not to go far into the bush because the army was still carrying out operation to clear criminals. And he said the same group fighting the government today is the group that attacked Torit on November 18. The government say that attack killed 3 soldiers. But opposition forces say the government is lying. They claim at least 10 soldiers died. This is not the first time government and opposition disagree on numbers. Every time there is a clash, the truth becomes blurry and civilians are the one stuck in between. The governor accused the opposition. Governor Lobong also accused National Salvation Front and SPLA-IO of misleading local youth with dangerous propaganda. He said opposition recruiters are telling young people that bullet cannot kill them. And the governor say they proved it wrong, meaning some young fighters were killed in Saturday clashes. He vowed that government forces would continue the operation until the rebels are fully removed. But he did not give detail on how many soldiers died, how many were wounded, or how many families were displaced. Medical workers at Torit State Hospital confirmed that wounded SSPDF soldiers were being treated, but they also say they cannot give numbers. This lack of transparency leaves the public wondering who's telling the truth. How bad is the situation on the ground? And why are civilians always the last to know? The Catholic Church in Torit did not remain silent. The Vicar General Peter Ben gave a very emotional and powerful message. He condemned the violence, saying nobody wins when families suffer. He asked people to visit the church and see how poor mothers and children are sleeping in cold conditions without food or blanket. He also questioned the purpose of the fighting. He asked, what are we really fighting for? Who benefit from this suffering? Laws then talk about a young captain named Cypriano Oromo who died in the line of duty. He said Cipriano did not deserve the death. His home is poor, his family is heartbroken, and many others have also died senselessly. The prince reminded the community that Eastern Equatoria was known for peace for many years. He said the youth must stay alert and avoid being used in political or military games. This message was not only spiritual, it was political, emotional, and deeply truthful. On Sunday, National Salvation Front and SPLIO released a joint statement. They told a very different version of the story. I'm going to share this later with you. According to them, the SSPDF launched a two-direction attack against their base. The South Sudan People Defense Forces attacked the base of SPLIO. The opposition fighters defended themselves. They claimed the government lost 30 soldiers. They say at least 15 more were injured during the clash, and many others are missing. They say their side lost only one fighter and 4 were wounded. They also say they are united and committed to fighting for justice, security, and peace. The SSPDF has not responded to this claim. Again, we see two sides, two stories, two sets of numbers, and the people in the middle. When you look at this, people are displaced. At least dozens of families have left their home. Men walk long distance through dangerous areas, carrying babies and old people. When they reach the church, they found no food, no water, no mattress, no medical care. Children cry throughout the night. Mother tried to calm them. Elderly people shivered in the cold. People are blaming the SPLIO and SSPDF. So when you look at it, people are hiding under their bed. Some run without knowing where they were going. One woman told a witness, we leave everything. We just run because we want to live and we do not want to die. This is the reality many South Sudanese have lived with for years, violence returning again and again like a bad dream. Some people in the area closed temporarily. Teachers and students stay home because nobody knew if fighting might spread across Torit. The prince also highlighted that insecurity has blocked the main road. The prince also said that traders cannot travel, food supply cannot reach town, prices rise up, suffering increase. This shows one clash can affect everything: economy, education, health, and daily life. Why violence keep happening? The fighting near Torit is part of a bigger problem in South Sudan. If you look at it, there are many army groups, government forces, SPLIO faction, National Salvation Front forces, local youth militias, political group with guns. A group has its own mission. A group believes it is fighting for a good cause, but civilians see only destruction. This cycle continues because peace agreements are not fully implemented. Local grievances remain unresolved. Young people have no job. Politicians use army groups to gain power. Communities mistrust each other, and government institutions are weak. Until these issues are addressed, temporary peace will always collapse. So what the government must do, based on what is happening, the government must give true information about casualties and fighting. Second, they have to protect civilians, because protect civilians first before chasing rebel. Address local grievances in Eastern Equatoria. Talk to army group and reduce tension. Provide emergency help to displaced families. Reopen blocked road and support trader. Stop misinformation campaign targeting youth. People want peace, not speeches. They want action, not promises. So what community can do? Community leaders, youth, and churches also have a role to play in this situation. Youth must refuse being used as political tools. Elders must preach unity and peace. Women must speak out when their children suffer. Church must continue sheltering the displaced. Communities must reject violence and demand peace talk. If the youth refuse to be used, the conflict will weaken. As we end this long special report, let us remember, when leaders fight, it is the poor who died. When army group like SPLIO and SSPDF, it is mothers and children who run. When soldiers argue about numbers, it is village that burned. No community deserves to live in fear in South Sudan. No child deserves to sleep on a cold church floor. No mothers deserve to run through gunfire. South Sudan must find a way to end this cycle of violence once and for all. Well, this is Changfied News, bringing you the story of the people, the real victim, the forgotten voices, the one who deserve peace. Thank you for watching. One ka tungnat ka jen report me. Channel right, commandant le roda. Kan kono ni ami jira mi jidit gwas me gore jen go jende subscribe ko de notification bell de je twany. Ko mi chete mi ci bare gwas me da chwa mala shubi kiji ka Changfied YouTube channel. Goro no jin bishar bi jato bi no mi te ka ler mi ci bare. Bana je toka ler nyam da de kono lat gwas me ka kuire ko man ci tok dor shal ke me Torit bana kula we katin ko kien. Ka ler chalat gwas me kurche toke Saturday dor shal ke photo payam ka source of Torit. Wane di kone nying ke deni SSPDF ke ne deni SPLIO Ticharian Matkel ke National Salvation Front. Ne di te wena mo chikala no kurche to ko gwat mishit kurunwa. Shwa me dit shwa kaling ka shuna chu kana to ka mudwal kana lo shu na wona ko wiegat ko ngai kon kormi to ta na la ka juje long la beja. So chu joje gwan wodi shane di konten wenmo chwa ka joy gwata na tikatin chu jidor chu rien bar chu karien bar re room ne tana ngoy ken quicken ni ben gwaz dana ngoy ken tin keringatin re wishin ginemi en mishit kana me shoy shu na khajama gwam mala korbe ba ngoy gwam no chak kun ranaje no do within direction within gwadan dien especially ka jen tori de mo kwachi koche tok tin ko ngai kon koro je kana sha na charin bar kana ngai re lwa ko de chalke Catholic Church ko bugoro yen tawten gui kana no cha ka de jiktin ke taram de ka de ka jiktin wen mon ka jo chalat gwasme na la rinken gwaldan til lwa ko tetin ko gwad mon dong china de ko chikan de utin but tanat chirke de ni SSPD la kur kana re lwa kun mi shai jek but yes fela yo wa chikan wo ko ne da content wen mo kan ku ka lela nekin ka jomo chala da governor Lobong che ro che jalat ke Sunday governor Lobong jaram dan la kwar dung Eastern Equatoria jen che opare lo akot nu kwa jen lo akot dan che ro toten kwa kwich ka St Peter and Paul Cathedral ate ga jomo chala do ne na jene no na jene wo tele yere teram bi nyot tare chi ne kun no jene continue with your normal life instead of chinar but lara ni jeno we are re doro kunitelere chana jogono yen shawre rop anu shal ke melo bon jogna do shawre rop ko to kortere rop wana so no mo agenda na chikan lat so chona jogono shawe ko to korteten chala do ne ko nyin tin cha kon ma ko roje ke ni kontila ji SPDF ne kontin la civilian chega jogo no kanite kone sha kon ma ke jen shangol badak ka paywel ke ronkin dangro jen dangro de chalo gor jen o bi community wena mo bi ke SSPD kana support ko le nyono ko JSPLA yo kana na se ke ni ken ke vegetarian ka ci kuma la no ne ya naga kai kana de korodian re kurmon ban man chala da opposition ke SPLA yo kana National Salvation Front a different kam lat mentama la jen chaka but ko ngai kon bani shang chikume cha toke alada kala ka jibon an opposition bo cha toke de larbo but the reality in chala da wa ka tok de cha Torit cha jamak jaman chala no kenyam waji SSPDF kene kono maka SPLIO michi kor she backfire chaga joj and then she need to she can report you know mulat kene no ne ti chiriar kene di shop ke jandang joko kume SSPDF ka ken tene ken karam kel karwar mishanak ne dangwan cha mu ka bot ka SPLIO ken karam kel chanak ka kan SPLIO ne kon chanaka de ni SSPDF kene jandang jok jibon dang wel dich chinaro kene de content te ka Torit State Hospital chikala no teji SSPDF de ni ken te gare dol wala wenama ken ji dol wal mishaga te joka pegnen kon ya barke pegnen kon chanak kan dol kan they cannot give numbers ko nang wan ka kalo kono lat ken pega dan shiliu radio wal ka Torit Hospital but chikana confirm no tiji bon to wan tekete mudo name a lack of transparency do tele per sharp pingen kon ni shiliu sha lar ka sharp pingen kon ya mo ga bot chalat ban kon situation chere bech chinere content la jelo ko ni chawal kana ngo de ko rudien wo gwatin kon to korten de kan wore lwakos ko don charan chaja de wujik kene chana naga ne te won mishal ke Cipriano Oromo mishana kare wichin winimi kene ram me chai de nak dum mudlo roda ko tam de she man che ga ban re de kam di gwam mi mo tel misham kene ka don ku na ku de fan ka janwan jara do na mo ring di de don che cho ka jo chala da opposition force she ka respond she kala da wona SSPD abakene kon mark na ke two directions kene shi chika ben mekane ajani in respondan shak respond ke je ke letter mi kana gor gwat men benyo ga yekel re war ga kana mo ko shi kan war ga kana gor ta danan shi reke to ko je kene shi kana deini SSPDF kene kan ga joj shi kan ga joj ka ci kan nakne di ko jandang dok SSPDF fighter ti ko janang jok chaga na gre ko romo right chala de SPLIO kene bona shal keme NAS National Salvation Front kene je SSPDF ti ke jibon dang wel dich kene kene ko janang jok ti chiliu re ko dan je to ko kur mu di of course ajen ku en warga ku ne na chaja tan Ramadan da spokesperson ko kuma SPLIO kan spokesperson ko kume NAS so cha jo me cha jala ken keni cha ne jendok cha gan ka SSPDF kene wel di kaka chikalam yen wo charam kel ne kaka kene dang wan te ko bot agenta dan kala ke je chikman sha ngajenin kene de content te ko Torit State Hospital kan confirm ki kan karach ko do badan de kon te ko bot kene kon shili ko kume SSPDF ko kuma SPLIO cha ga nan re dul wal ngwana mo chang charan cha mi ko bot ke cha jinak ne pegla ngai ke kane de content la ji SSPDF but chikan logo no ku kan numbers ku kan close ko mi cha la dong de ga lo mo kare ko cha goro tim ba nga jen ta dan na kumla de jala ti ala ka ge che goro ba nga but re which will me shu na de lo ne ko na cha displays ke cha joj tele kon tele piu tele gwa to ke tin tele dul wal ga chushken manik kan ken kel la tel kon mi cham kana ta dul god yal cha ga men duptin content ten wen mo cha kan yal ga tel do mo gwa de na ring ga ke den de dong de koner ko ben tel way out ku ma tin gwasma ko ngai kon diala no re wi ke so dan te ga bonto wan ku me wa che ni wan de ni wan che ga la tere go mo ko gor jen go de ga nyoko nyin ke JSPLIO ban share re aleka lo to korte ten so kor mi di che kor mi tot en outcome de ban je jekka kor gwasen be jo me je nana gore de nya kon kel en ban nyu jigale rodien biata ko mal bye bye